Hi, dear companions, in the Mental and Social Realities channel, a fascinating point with regards to which we will examine the powerless character and its fortifying. Character is the arrangement of highlights, qualities, arrangements, and physical, profound, mental and social abilities that recognize a person from others. The character of an individual basically is the entire image of his general coordinated conduct. The development, advancement, and communication of the human character is impacted by many elements, including heredity, the glandular framework, and the climate with its different signs. A deformity might happen in the parts of this person to bring about many kinds of characters. In the accompanying, we will feature the feeble character and ways of fortifying the powerless character, so go on with us in the following article. What is the powerless person? The feeble person is the pessimistic minor person, yet the weakness that this character endures isn't a lack in that frame of mind in the level of its knowledge, yet rather a deficiency in the actual person. She is a person who can't coordinate with others, reluctant, and is dependably terrified of others taking a gander at her and of being humiliated before them, as well as experiencing numerous issues, and the most conspicuous of these issues is the deficiency of the right of the powerless character, and one of the most horrendously terrible kinds of characters is the feeble character. The frail character doesn't have the foggiest idea why he day-to-day routines and how he ought to experience, and he can't exploit his capacities. The individual with a powerless character lives in consistent disarray and is reluctant to advance or create, as he dodges from taking on obligations and projects his missteps on others. Ways of fortifying the frail character. The following are a bunch of basic advances that will help you in reinforcing the feeble character and building major areas of strength for or then again not. Discretion. The main method for disposing of individual shortcoming and reinforce it is restraint, so you should control your sentiments, considerations, and conduct by checking yourself and not being likely to wants and impulses, and keeping oneself from consenting to unfortunate behavior patterns, and the capacity to control activities and responses by controlling resentment and feeling, and to have a savvy and quiet character that thinks before you talk and act so you don't think twice about it subsequently, and the capacity to proceed and continue in that for all time. Besides, dispose of pessimism. To dispose of the shortcoming of your character, you should initially dispose of your negatives and supplant them with good ones, and as needs be you should dispose of the pessimistic considerations that help your life and quit saying the word I can't, quit rehashing the word I'm a disappointment, quit saying that you are not good for any work, quit saying getting individuals' reactions and their thoughts of you, and profiting from productive reactions that help you create and reinforce your character, and don't permit gloomy sentiments to find a spot in your mind. Center around the positive side of life and ponder the conceivable outcomes that you have and zero in on them. Third, offer your viewpoint uninhibitedly. Fulfilling individuals is an out-of-reach objective, so dispose of individual shortcoming by offering your viewpoint uninhibitedly, and don't be timid about communicating the things you like, regardless of whether individuals disparage you. You reserve the option to offer your viewpoint. Don't change your perspective when individuals go against it. However, unreservedly offer your viewpoints, sentiments, mentalities, and contemplations. Fourthly, grow your circle of information. Anything that your instructive achievement, you generally need to grow your circle of colleagues to dispose of the condition of shortcoming wherein you live. At the point when you learn, Read and attempt to look for all that is new in all fields and specializations. You will have information and experience that will assist you with exploring existence with strength without dread or shortcoming. An individual of solid person has a learnable soul, and your acknowledgement and reception of valuable counsel is the strength in itself and your way to progress. Be hopeful. Negativity is quite possibly of the main characteristic that describes the powerless character, and good faith is the qualities of the solid. In this manner, forever be hopeful and spotlight on the positive things in your day-to-day existence and the upsides you appreciate. Idealism spurs you to go on regardless of the challenges, and reinforces your will, regardless of the number of deterrents, which that is reflected in all parts of your life decidedly and shines your character. Sixthly, concede your mix-up. Confronting the circumstances that you are presented to is perhaps of the most noticeable way that assists you with building serious areas of strength for A. At the point when an individual concedes his mix-up, he is prepared to endlessly gain from his error, which will keep away from him falling into it in the future, and subsequently the individual feels that he has become more mindful of what is happening around him and that he has major areas of strength for a solid character. Accordingly, be liable for your activities, bear their results, and concede your error. Whoever bears the results of his errors will be answerable for bearing any mix-up. Ensure that individuals see individuals who concede their errors as solid and extraordinarily initiative. 7. Be autonomous. One of the frail character attributes is that he is profoundly affected by the assessments of others, simplicity of progressive assessment, and not demanding the choice taken, regardless of whether it was right. To dispose of these qualities, and to be serious areas of strength for A, you should be free in your viewpoints, suppositions, and even activities without being impacted by anybody in your environmental elements, and not be reliant upon anybody, and don't permit anybody to impact you or force their perspectives on you. And then again, it is great to play a part model that you try to as an effective individual who follows her means headed for progress to arrive at what you need to accomplish. 8. Dispose of timidity. Timidity can be one of the obstructions to reinforcing your personality. A timid individual continually experiences humility, and is continually terrified of having adverse consequences in the personalities of others because of his bizarre way of behaving that frequently makes him be rejected from the rundown of colleagues and companions. So you need to defeat your bashfulness, refine your interactive abilities, and attempt to take part in conversations and gatherings. And you must be persistent until your certainty increments gradually, and in this manner you arrive at the achievement you need with certainty. 9. Be thoughtful to other people. Improvement specialists call attention to that sympathy with others is one of the main ways of reinforcing character and increment self-assurance. It permits us to assemble obligations of trust, provides us with a thought of what others could feel or think, assists us with understanding how and why others answer circumstances, and upgrades our relational sharpness. It has been said, the proportion of an individual's solidarity is the way he manages individuals who are of no utilization to him. Compassion for others doesn't need to be specific, it ought to be a day-to-day propensity. Increment your certainty. Self-assurance is the main key to individual strength. At the point when you believe in yourself and in your capacities and abilities, and when you know your shortcomings and assets and dispose of the defects and terrible characteristics in you, you are headed to reinforcing your feeble character and shaping areas of strength for your certain character. 11. Be daring, have resolution and assurance. Boldness, will and strength of assurance is the method for reinforcing the powerless person. An individual should face challenges once in a while, however this doesn't mean carelessness, yet rather that he concentrates on his means. What recognizes major areas of strength for an is its capacity to take on obligation and never surrender it, and to have the boldness that makes it a main figure that steps up and hold on to control of issues. This boldness sets her in the place of partner and ally of every one of people around her. She remains by the people who need her, and assumes a sense of ownership with others, and these are the most conspicuous keys to individual strength. 12. Be aware and genuine. The main quality of a solid character is their self-esteem, regard from others, and genuineness with themselves and people around them. Your absence of regard for you and others is a powerless character quality, and your deceiving yourself and your absence of genuineness with others is a deformity in your character. Hence, the main move toward reinforcing the feeble character and building major areas of strength for an is your regard for yourself, your abilities and capacities, and your appearance regard to individuals around you, youthful and old. This is the reason for serious areas of strength for that fears nothing and is appreciation for everybody, regardless of how little their height or age. And this regard is the mystery of character strength and motivation to regard individuals you have more, as well as being straightforward with others and with yourself, defying them with realities regardless of whether they are cruel, and knowing your defects and benefits is one of the main variables for building serious areas of strength for and a justification for others to trust you. 13. Be happy with what you have and stay away from correlation. Happiness is a limitless fortune, and as a matter of fact, part of the complete development of your character is your conviction, and the way into the strength of your character and a method for reinforcing it starts with your fulfillment with your individual and what you have. Happiness will produce a sensation of freedom for you in your life, and consequently you won't feel subpar and won't be reluctant to lose anything. Training since early on plays a significant part in impacting the human character, so we need to zero in on the youngster's character by improving his fearlessness, refining his interactive abilities, and not disappointing him and obliterating his capacities, which will frequently prompt a useless and feeble character. At long last, dear watcher, the powerless character is a disagreeable person, as it can't acquire individuals' trust and appreciation, so attempt to dispose of it by reinforcing your character through poise, disposing of negatives, offering your viewpoint openly, growing your circle of colleagues, and alternate ways. What's more, recollect that these attributes need time, reiteration, and propensity to flourish in your character, and you want persistence until your certainty slowly returns and you dispose of your shortcoming unequivocally.